We're also following developments out of Homewood, where Aaliyah says they've handed their findings back to the police department there in connection to the shooting death of Jabari Peoples. Aaliyah says their State Bureau of Investigation has handed over their files, which includes any and all body-worn camera footage obtained from the incident, back to the Homewood Police Department and the Jefferson County District Attorney's Office. Quote, the agency remains committed to protecting the integrity of all its investigations and ensuring that all facts are gathered and evaluated thoroughly. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane, live and local now in Homewood with the latest. Lisa.
Yeah, there's a hearing scheduled for Monday on the petition filed by the Peoples family. Now, on Wednesday, the SBI asked for a continuance in that case, saying that they'd be finished with their investigation by today. The family agreed to that continuance, and now, as you just mentioned, the SBI has handed the evidence over to Homewood, I should say, and the Jefferson County District Attorney, Danny Carr. Now, Carr, actually, we heard from him today regarding his plans to get that body camera footage to Jabari's family. He tells us he expects to get the footage sometime this evening and will take Monday to review it. He says from there, his goal is to have the family view it on Wednesday, but at this time does not intend to make the body camera video footage available to the general public. Now, since Jabari Peoples' death on June 23rd at the hands of a Homewood police officer, the community and activists have called for transparency in the case. The family has maintained Peoples did not have a gun, as police say, when he was shot and killed. And well-known civil rights attorney Ben Crump has now joined the family's legal team as they filed a petition against the city and the state over the release of that video evidence. Homewood city leaders have urged state leaders to release the video. Black Lives Matter and other activists have supported the family's request, as well as organizing marches and protests to that end. Now, they have been very vocal in their support of transparency in the case. Last week during a protest, police arrested 5 people, and today one of the women charged spoke with WVTM 13's Zoe Blair.
Salida Soto tells me she was at that demonstration as a mother speaking out against the brutalization of young black men like Jabari Peoples. She is the only one of those 5 people arrested charged with inciting a riot. You can see her in this video in the street, burning sage, chanting with the other protesters. No justice! No peace! Soto says she knew the risk when she walked out into the street during the protest, but her goal was to make sure everyone knew why they were out there protesting. As a mother of 2 young black men, Soto tells me the Peoples case hits close to home. She wakes up every morning checking her son's locations and making sure they're okay. Those heightened emotions are why she and the 4 others chose to go in the street last week, even though they knew getting arrested was a possibility.
Every peaceful protest, particularly when there is a young man that has been brutalized by the police, despite its peaceful planning, there's rage, there's frustration, there are demands, and there's really no way to constrain the hurt of a black mother of sons.
Coming up at 10 o'clock tonight, Soto will walk us through what happened at the protest and what was going through her mind when she was arrested. Back to you.